Okay, what we're going to do here is to convert a denary number into a binary number. Now we're going to do that with a particular way of converting it. What we're going to use is we're going to use a division by 2 and then take a remainder. So first of all, you see the working out table I've got. So along here I've got my powers of 2, so these are the columns. So I'm going to use 8 bits, and then these are their denary values. Okay, I'll just put them there just so we can remember what they are. Now what I'm going to do is going to start with a number, and then I'm going to divide it by 2. Now I'm going to do an integer division, so that's a div, because I want to get a remainder. So I want this remainder here, and I want to get that. The remainder, when we div by 2 or when we mod 2, will always be 0 or 1. It can't be any more. Okay, and the zeros and the ones are what we want, because that will be our binary. So let's try this. So we're going to use the number 125. Now we could work out, okay, well it's got to be a 64, then work out the remainder from that and work out what else fits into it. So this is a better way of doing it. It's a more algorithmic way to do it, and we could write a program to do this, but we're just going to do it here, and you'll see it's quite straightforward. So 125 is my number. So what I do is, in the first column I write the number 125, and you can see that in this square here. Underneath that I write the div by 2. So 62 is the result of 125 div 2. In other words, how many 2's go into 125? Well, exactly, it's not exact because there's a remainder, so it'll be 62 and there'll be 1 remainder. Now this is what I want these remainders. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to move this number 62, I'm going to move that into the next column and then apply the same rule. Okay, so let's do that. So if I put 62 into here, you'll see 62 div 2 is 31, so it's exact, so there's no remainder. Now I'm going to do the same again. So I'm going to move the 31 into there, so I get 15. 1 remainder, so 31 is an odd number. Basically, if it's an odd number, then you'll get a remainder. If it's an even number, you won't. So 15, we'd expect to get a remainder 1. But we're still interested in what we get in div. Okay, what we get with the div, because that's the next number we divide. So 7 div 2 is 3 with 1 remainder. So then we take the 3 and then we divide that. 3 div 2 is 1 with 1 remainder, and then we've got 1 left over, and we get a 0. So that we could stop now, but we want to write 8 bits, so we'll put the 0 up there as well. We get 0. So we should find that this number at the bottom is 125. So you should be able to see that we've got 164, okay, here, there, we've got 164, we've got 132, we've got 116, we've got 18, we've got 14, and we've got a 1. Now if we add all those up, then we will get 125.